We're not at a stage yet where I can honestly say, truthfully say, that if you're a person of color, you should not be concerned about any interaction that you have with the police, in the same way that I can't say to a police officer, you shouldn't worry about what community you are being asked to operate in.
All right, I don't see any moral equivalence there, but he does somehow. Joining us now is Roger Simon, founder and CEO Emeritus of PJ Media, and here he is.
Right, live in New York.
I don't know how you got here from California. Wow, they got airplanes now?
Yes, they still fly.
All right, well, it's great to see you.
Yeah,
all right, let's talk about your piece, Racism, Right and Left, One Man's Opinion, at pjmedia.com. And, let's tie in, first of all, your reaction to the what's going on here in New York with the police assassination.
Well, that's obviously why I wrote the piece.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, 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 how many reallys do you need? Sad. Because, as I wrote in the piece, I was a civil rights worker in the 60s. That dates me, certainly. However, when I was a civil rights worker in the 60s, we didn't think it was going to be about this. I mean, and the essence of the piece is that what slowly happened over the last intervening years is that there's been a very sad flop. And now there's more black racism than there is white racism. Now this is a really sad thing for our country, and I don't blame black people for this at all. I blame their leadership and white liberal leadership, both of whom have exploited them and created this situation. The Sharptons and the de Blasios have set up a situation where the dreams of the 60s are smashed, and people are running around New York City yelling, "We want dead cops." How insane is that?
Well,
and sad.
And not only that, and we'll get to Holder and Obama a little, who might be even obviously more important than de Blasio and Sharpton. Yeah. But they're cause celeb. They went to bat for this thug who robbed a store, hit a cop, grabbed for his gun, fired the gun, and then charged the cop. That's who this is about.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Just about when Obama was coming into office, Morgan Freeman did this fantastic interview on CNN with the then Mike Wallace. So it might be in the middle. I say every one of your viewers should go and look at this because it's on YouTube. It's one of the most fantastic things ever, because Morgan Freeman said to Mike Wallace, the solution to racism is to forget about it. I'm Morgan and you're Mike.
Right.
I'm Roger, you're Steve.
Right.
86 on the rest of this crap.
Yeah.
And guess what? It goes away. But if people start to talk about it all the time, if we follow what Holder says, we need a conversation about race. No, we don't. Everybody knows racism sucks. End of conversation. Yeah. It's over.
Well, but when you have Obama, who puts out a written statement after two police officers are assassinated in this climate, doesn't even come to the microphone, as he ran to after the Garner verdict and as he ran to after the Brown verdict, and says we need meaningful dialogue. What, to prevent more cop killings?
What would the dialogue be about? Does anybody say racism is a good thing? I don't know. If it maybe Al Sharpton
it keeps Al Sharpton in business.
Keeps him in business. Yeah. The David Dukes of the world stay in business because of that, but they're really marginal figures and should be marginal.
But how did we get, Roger, how did we get to a place where Barack Obama sits at the table with constantly and gets advice from Al Sharpton? I mean, I don't have time to run down the laundry list.
It's really crazy, and I think it's two factors. One, a lot of people have nostalgia for racism. What I mean by that is, back in the old days, everybody knew what to do. I mean, I was a civil rights worker, I supported it, and it was great, and it was the right thing to do. But then as it goes away, you don't have a cause anymore. So it's kind of interesting. It's very strange. So people have nostalgia for that period when they could do that and feel good about themselves. I'm writing a book right now for Encounter on a subject called moral narcissism, which is what we all have. We all want to feel like,
I can't wait to
I
read
know
that
all
one,
the answers.
But why do you believe there's more black racism than white racism?
Well, what I said at the beginning, I think it's been encouraged. I don't think black people are any more racist than white people. Everybody's got a little bit. All right, forget it.
Every group.
Every group. But black racism got encouraged by their leaders, the Sharptons of the world, who are just horrible people, and also by white liberal leadership of the Blasio ilk. And then, of course, Obama came along, and Obama was elected. Everybody said, oh, phew. racism, it's over. That, you know, I didn't vote for Obama. On the other hand, I was happy the day he got elected. I said, oh, listen, we don't have to listen to any more racism crap. I don't want to hear about it.
Little did you know.
Little did I know.
Yeah.
It was coming back in spades. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, and we'll have to see where this all leads. Anyway, Roger, it's great to see you. Great to read you. I'm glad you're writing a book. Can't wait to see that.
Well, so can my publisher.
Yeah. Well, happy New Year, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, the whole shebang.
Okay, and it's great to be in New York, even with all this going on.
Yeah. All right. Great to have you, Roger Simon, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out at pjmedia.com, and we'll be back with the founder and president of the Center for Security Policy, Frank Gaffney, is coming your way on the Steve Malzberg Show. Good to see you.